Hi Pisces, welcome to your October 2019 Love Matters reading. I'm SHAE. There will be another reading that will pop up at the end of this video done by KACEE. She has that second perspective that we discuss here on the channel. We just want to say thank you, whether you're just finding us for the first time or you're returning. We're very thankful for you. I just want to mention that in the month of October, if you're feeling really wonky right now or really off, I know I'm feeling it. KACEE's feeling it. A few other people that we know and speak to, they're feeling some off energy. Some are experiencing it more heightened, more heightened than others. And those that are feeling and experiencing the heightened awareness, I think it has to do with your connection to spirit and where you are as the veil thins, as this powerful energy is able to sort of intermingle with ours. So I just wanted to mention that because, like I said, I've been experiencing it and I've been a little, just a little off and out of sorts. And so I just started doing some research and this is what I've been coming across. It's like this common theme. Then I started talking to people. So just wanted to put it out there in case you were feeling the same way. So I'm doing this reading a little bit differently because, like I said, I've been doing some research, and in some research, I found a few things that really spoke to me. So I have this deck that I'm working with. I just got it. It's called The Secret Language of Light. So I haven't really started using them in my readings, but what I have been doing is pulling one prior to the reading, and then really sort of studying the card and making it sort of what I felt was maybe the theme of the energy that I was channeling at this time. So this time we have enlightenment. So I feel like with this energy and this veil thinning that there is some knowledge to be had and some knowledge to be gained. I feel like this is a very healing period. I feel like whether it's about relationships, whether it's inner workings with yourself, there's just a lot of room and energy for healing. It also means that a lot of stuff is going to come up. And like I said, it's that heightened energetic time of the year. So there's a lot of room for knowledge and a lot of room for growth as well. So the Healing Light Tarot I pulled, the Chariot, the Page of Swords, and the 10 of Swords. Those three cards came out in my premeditation shuffle. What I feel with this card is that, or with this set here, is that there was a major loss suffered. There was just a completion, some sort of finality, but there was some sort of energy, some sort of loss that sort of changed and changed the whole path that you were on. But there's purpose behind this loss. There's a lesson. There is some sort of step up in your reality, in your life. There is something positive that can and will come out of this time where you may not be thinking there's anything that could be found. With the Page of Swords and the Chariot, I feel like this is new energy. So you're just trying to figure it out. Like I said, with the positive energy, I feel like, and if you notice the butterflies in this is where we're on a mission of self-discovery, where we are really trying to understand ourselves, trying to understand others. Whatever this situation or event was, really gave us something to focus on and something to try to figure out. something we had to learn, something we had to discover about ourselves, but we are kind of doing this blindly. We're incredibly struggling with this energy. The Page of Swords is a very young energy. There is a lot of curiosity. There's a lot of learning that this page wants to do, but they are also young and inexperienced, so there's a lot of stumbles here. With the Chariot, that's where you're trying to meld this new situation that you're in. You're trying to grasp it and tame it. There's chaos that you're trying to tame. You're trying to take everything from where it fell and where it crumbled, and you're trying to put it back into a pile, something that you can process, something that you can understand. I feel like this energy is overwhelming at times. I feel like you question whether you have what it takes to continue this process or continue this moving forward. You may be feeling like you're unable to make strides towards anything happy or positive, that you struggle on certain days to remember why you're doing what you're doing. I feel like you may lose sight of your end game and your goal, whatever you discovered it with that positive spin on the 10 of Swords. This is a time of transformation. This is a time of transition. That much is clear. That 6 of Swords. This is when we're just kind of stepping out into the dark. We are blindly following our intuition and our instincts. We are leaving the comfort and security that we have. We're leaving that behind and going forward. There's something that we see. There's something that we're looking for, and it is ahead of us. It is no longer what's behind us, what we're walking away from. We have the 8 of Cups and the 5 of Wands. I'm sorry, the Ace of Cups, not the 8 of Cups. I don't know if I said that the correct way. So with the Ace of Cups and the 5 of Wands, there is energy here for new love, new relationships, where there's a positive and wide, happy vibe, something that you can attune to. It's like a frequency that you're going to be able to find. It is there. You just have to sort of scoot into the right energy. And I feel like that's where you're going to have the most conflict at this time, is trying to meld with the right frequency to allow that energy to come in. With that Chariot, that's where she's trying to, again, align everything. She's grasping and reworking and remolding. She puts something here, it doesn't work, so it's like a puzzle piece, where you're putting things in and trying to see if they fit, and then you don't get as many fits as you would like. You 9 times out of 10 it's the wrong piece. It may look like it may even fit in the slot, but it's not snug. It doesn't work. So we have to remove the puzzle piece and keep trying and keep finding the placement. So I feel like that's where you're really going to be struggling right now in this time. Let me pull, I want to do this card. The Inner Child also came out in the premeditation shuffle, and this is where I think that alignment card or enlightenment card came through that I drew earlier, that I kind of feel like is the basis of the energy that I'm channeling at this time, due to the full moon in Aries and Samhain and just all the veil thinning, Halloween, All Hallows Eve, however you identify. But there is just a big energy coming towards us that we can harness and use for good. With this enlightenment period, you're waking up from old habits. You're understanding and feeling, you're being drawn somewhere, you're being pulled to something. You are trying to find something that no longer belongs and trying to figure out where to place it behind you and how to move forward, and really focus on what's ahead of you with that Six of Swords, looking forward, not behind. With the inner child, I feel like maybe you're taking yourself too seriously right now. I know I resonate big time with that card, especially during this process that we're in right now. So I kind of feel like you may need to give yourself a little bit of a break and a little bit, allow yourself to have some fun, allow yourself to, stop taking yourself so seriously, stop taking all of this so seriously. It is serious, but it doesn't need to be your focus 24/7 either. We have letting go. There, like I said, this is a really highly charged energetic period, good for release, good for enlightenment, good for, releasing the old, allowing new in. This is a time period of letting go for you. That 10 of Swords energy, whatever happened, whatever led up to this point, that's what's holding you back, and that's what you have to figure out, and that's what you have to release. We have I love you. These are very important words that came out in the premeditation shuffle as well. So with I love you and embrace your emotions, don't push down your feelings or judge your emotions. So yes, I feel like with I love you, these are very important words. I feel very strongly that this is about yourself. I love you. Say it to yourself. Affirmations, encouraging yourself to keep going on those days when you feel like you can't. With embrace your emotions, don't push down your feelings or judge your emotions. Along with I love you, I feel like this could be that we are keeping away from people. We are guarded. We are blocked. So we need to really understand how to embrace our emotions and be able to communicate how we feel, and push through that if that's a fear that we have, which, is understandable. We're all going to come out of situations with scars. I saw the Wrinkle in Time, and one of the quotes that they said just really moved me, and it's, the wound is where the light goes through or shows through. The wound is where the light shows through. And I just thought, my God, that's insightful. There's a hole, there's a crack, but the light is going to be able to shine through and allow it to heal. So it does, the scars, the stuff that we let go, it does scar us. We do have wounds, but we are able to heal those wounds when we allow it to leave and let the light in. We have romance and balance. Yep. So these two cards, I feel, are, with romance, that is when we're free. That is when we are feeling energized. We are just feeling so connected. We feel light. We feel free. We need some of that balance in our life. We need to have enjoyment. We need to embrace life. We need to embrace feelings. I kind of feel like with the romance card coming out and the letting go, I feel like maybe there's a potential for some wall buildup here. There is some potential for a scar to become a permanent blemish, where we build a brick wall surrounding our heart, our metaphorical heart, our soul, our ability to love, our ability to trust. if you're not embracing your emotions, if you're pushing things down to protect yourself, this is where we need to incite that balance and really understand that not everyone's going to hurt us the way somebody else hurt us in the past. We have to learn how to process this. And I know that's easier said than done. Believe me, I understand so well. It is something that you have to honor, though. It is something that you have to do. We are here to have experiences. We are here to learn. And sometimes that's hard to remember. Sometimes we can't, the thought of facing it or however we're feeling that day, it's overwhelming, and sometimes we cave. Sometimes we push it aside, and then we keep pushing it aside until we have talked to ourselves that it is that we're not going to handle it, we're not going to deal with it, but it is going to come up, it is going to surface whether we like it or not. And so trying to proactively handle our issues and identify them and work on them allows us to have a balance, because we get to just do it a little bit at a time instead of like having everything hit us in the face at once when we've pushed it as far as it's going to push. I mean, it's only going to stretch and then bounce back. So we have the Mushroom Fairy from our fairy deck that came out during the premeditation shuffle. Step into the light to rejoice and celebrate all the good there is in you. This is you coming out of that darkness into your light. If you notice with the Chariot, she is holding the light. She has claimed the light. She is mastering the light. So there is a lot of good. You are more powerful than you think, more powerful than you believe. And you have all the right intentions. You have all of the right motive, because you're working on yourself. You're trying to figure out yourself and heal your own wounds. We have Fairy Revels. Your life can be joyful if you allow your faith to open the doors that will make this happen. Remove the barrier and everything will be clear. Exactly. There is some sort of wall, some sort of imbalance, some sort of block that you are settling or dealing with that has settled inside of you. And you have to step out into that scary place of faith and really trust that this next step is going to be healing. It may be painful, but there is some good that can come from that. 10 of Swords, that healing can take place, and that's what we're after. We're after that healing. We're after to raise our vibrations, to connect with our higher selves, to be the best versions of ourselves today that we could possibly be. These are the messages I've been given by Spirit, and I truly hope that it resonated with you. We hope that you like this video, subscribe to our channel, leave us a comment. We love hearing from you. Love and light, and my hopes for a fantastic rest of your day.